All right, man. We are live. New format and everything. How's it going?
Yeah, going
All
good.
right. So, yeah, I hope you're doing well there, Mr. Greatshot, because I think we got a good show tonight.
I believe you're right.
We got Mike Carrier. We have Kitty 303. We have Mr. Fulton Mraz and Big Daddy H has chimed in. We have more than that, but some people may be lurking, and that's just fine. But we have a special guest tonight. If you could tell by the thumbnail, they are in the basement now, and we will bring them up here in just a little bit. So, but before we do that, I just want to remind everybody how this goes. This is a giveaway show, quarterly giveaway to get entries on the wheel, you can enter hashtag giveaways, and I do these throughout the stream. And I'm getting one ready right now, and I'm about to post the first one, and here it is. Now, the top 10 hashtag tonight is men's dress shoes because the guest we're bringing up here, he refinishes shoes. He's into that. And we'll talk about that more when we bring him up here. But if you enter hashtag Alden right now, you will have a chance here in just a few minutes to win 10 entries to the quarterly drawing. At 8 o'clock, after we sign off with our guest, we will do everybody gets a put me in 5 entries as long as you put me in the chat. And then, but there will be giveaways throughout the night, every 10 minutes once we have the guest up here. And then we have the final 3 of the night after the guest leaves, the 2 worth 10, last one's worth 20. So that's the way it goes. And then on the prize nights, the next drawing, because we're still early, this is only week 3, but we are getting a lot of entries on the wheel. But the next drawing is December 1st.
Oh, the first. Okay.
Yeah, Thursday, December 1st.
All right.
I do not bring a guest up that night, but man, I think 7 guests now booked over
Awesome.
the next shows. So, yep, have already have the thumbnails made and everything.
Excellent.
But I may put out an announcement or something of who's coming up. Now, I see you. We won't name what you're token on there because here's why. I said the name of a cigar. I can say the word cigar,
Uh-huh.
but we cannot promote tobacco.
Oh, okay.
So
So I
it
couldn't
gets
tell you anyways.
well
I
good.
mean, look, see, there's no wrapper on it.
All right. Well, now what I'm drinking tonight though. So what are you drinking? I think you said Balcones.
Yes, sir.
All
I
right.
got Balcones, their single malt. It's
Single malt.
53 ABV, I believe.
All right. And I met up with our guest for tonight at lunch, and he gave me the rest of his bottle of this is an old bottle of Old Weller Antique 107. So that's what I have poured in the glass here. I'm going to go very easy on it. That's how
Mm.
much it was left in the bottom of that bottle until he gets up here. But I can tell you, it's a beautiful bourbon.
Yeah, that's quite dark.
Good nose on it too. Now, of course, it's a wheater. It's a wheated bourbon.
Hmm. I like a weeded bourbon.
Oh yeah, sweeter a little bit. Kathy Bates just showed up. How's it going? Working at the movie theater. Put in 2 week
Hey.
notice. Oh, Fulton's out of a job, man.
Oh no. I can't type in chat tonight. I got my dad's old iPad. Mine is kind of going on the fritz, so
Ah,
I I finally got this thing up and working enough that I can at least see the stream and the chat, but I'm not signed in on it. So
ah. Thomas McCarthy is here from Facebook land. I know that people on the YouTube side can't see it, but I can here. Welcome, Thomas, to the stream. Um, so about the entries and stuff, I was going to finish talking about that. It is totally free. So this is totally free. However, if anyone does support the channel by giving a super chat or anything like that, you get 5 entries per every dollar given, and that's just on a roll. But you don't have to do that. Every once in a while, I'll also push out a special 30 bourbon sampler, and I have to take
Wow.
super chats on that one. I mean, but when I do, and I don't have one, I'm not doing one right now, but the 30 bourbon sampler covers almost well, not everything. I mean, I have 150 bottles plus.
Yeah.
But it'll cover the big blocks of things I have. And so for somebody who doesn't really want to go out and spend $10,000, $12,000 getting all these different bottles, but they want to try them side by side, it's a good way to do it, you know. So
Yeah. Of course. But and you've got like what Elijah Craig's and Four Roses and all your normal name
yeah,
brands of
I
bourbon.
usually give the lineup, all the Heaven Hills I have,
Hmm.
all of the Wild Turkeys I have, all of the Beam Suntories I have, and that pretty much covers a little over half the box.
Yeah.
And then I go to my top shelf, and you get a nice row of over $100 bourbons. And when I say over 100, some of these are worth $400-$500. So,
Wow. Dang. Okay.
but that's not the show wasn't created around really expensive bourbons. It
Mm.
was created around just regular reviews for normal bourbon drinking. So, that's what
Yeah.
we're going to kind of stick with. Under 100 is what I usually stick with. But of course,
Yeah.
when I go bourbon hunting, if I see a bottle of something and they want something reasonable for
Yeah.
it, whether it's $300 or 360 or whatever, I'm going to grab it.
Like old Fitz or something like that.
Yeah, oh, if I see a birthday bourbon on the shelf and they don't know what they have, shoot, I'm grabbing that bugger.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I've heard this year the birthday bourbon really wasn't that good for some reason. There was like a couple of reviews I've seen about it that were
Mm.
like disappointed.
Yeah, I didn't really get to it. So, I mean, I don't follow the allocated trucks around. I don't do that.
No. No.
Normally, the people who follow those things around are looking to flip.
Yep.
They're looking for aftermarket, make a profit, and I want to drink the bourbon I buy,
Exactly.
and so I'm
Yeah.
falling for bourbon. That's Joe. Joe is in the chat as well.
Hey
Give him a
Joe.
shout there.
How you doing, Joe?
And yeah,
Cheers,
man,
buddy.
I can tell you, man, this Antique 107 is delicious. And I'm trying to not get too heavy into it before 7 o'clock because I got to sip some with
Yeah.
Shoeman Fu. He'll be coming up here in just a few minutes. But yeah, I was talking about coming out there next year. I'm still planning on that. And we'll have to work around where you're going to be, or if you still have that place, or if you have a new place, or something like that. We'll work that out.
I should be here at least until, well, supposedly my lease runs out in June.
Okay.
So it'll either be then or before.
All right.
Slightly
Bourbon's,
before.
yeah, Bourbon's in the house. I don't want to be there in June. I want to be there in March, April.
Yes, definitely.
Because the
Get here a
weather,
little. You've
the
been here
weather.
before, you know.
Yeah. Now when I come through, I'll be doing the Arkansas, Texas thing.
Hmm.
And I'll drive probably down through Paris, Texas to DFW because my
Hmm.
parents live up close to Fort Smith.
Okay.
And I'll see Jimmy while I'm in that area, and then see my parents, and then I'll come down through DFW and down to
Hmm.
Austin.
There you go.
I'll make a stop in DFW because I got friends there, and I'll see some folks there, and then I'll go on down the next day probably to Austin, and then I
Yeah.
may I'll talk to Joe about it, but I may go down to Old Humble
Okay.
in Houston.
Over in Houston.
Yeah, and then make my way back up again.
There you
So
go.
I
Just
may be calling on you
make a big
twice.
Yui.
Yeah, I may be
Yeah, no
calling on you.
problem.
Yeah, because I'll be going through and then back through. It's like,
Are you gonna just be driving, or are you gonna be pulling the RV?
no, I'm going to just be driving my car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then yeah, no problem. Stop in. You got a room in a bath here, no problem. I got
Yeah, sure.
three
And
bed, three baths, so no worries.
I'm hoping my parents have better internet by then so that I can kind of hit there and work from their house for a little bit and stage
Yeah.
the week off, and then bam, go do the week off and then work from there a week after. I don't want to be working. I can't be working while I'm on the road. like
Yeah.
that. I need my computers and stuff, but yeah, I would take it set up at their house, do that.
I don't
But
have horrible Wi-Fi here. I mean,
well,
it's
no, but I want to be drinking while I'm there. I don't want to be working.
3 to 5. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have
Uh,
your collection, but I've got stuff that you don't.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, you know,
And once I make it through there and back, I'll probably have plenty of new stuff to add to this
there
show.
you go. I got a new one. I picked it up right before the Bastards Ball. Have you heard of Whiskey Tribe, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay. They had the Bastards Ball a couple of weeks ago now. And then I found out that Andalusia was releasing their new bottled and bond, 4-year bottled and bond. I'm like, oh, well, I got to find that. So it was
Mm.
only at the distillery. So that Saturday it was being released. So I'm like, I drove to the Andalusia distillery, picked me up a bottle of that and a nice little a Glencairn with the Andalusia on it, and then went to the Bastards Ball, and boy, it was good. And then that turned out that at the Bastards Ball, Andalusia was there and offering samples of all their different lineup. So I got to try it, and I still haven't cracked the bottle open yet.
All right. Well, we got a couple of more minutes here on this hashtag. If you're just showing up and you don't have the hashtag in yet, we're going to spin it here in about 2 minutes. It's hashtag Alden. I put Joe's comment up on the screen, Falling for Bourbon. That is correct right there. If you put that in the chat, you will be entered into this little giveaway. If everybody's already done it, so be it. But I only have 9 entries so far, and there's 13 on the eyeball. So I just want to make sure. I see Bourbon got it in there now. I just want to make sure everybody gets a chance to get it in there before the drawing.
It won't be me. Like I said, I can't do the chat today.
Can't do it tonight, huh? Well,
Nah,
there we
that's
go.
all right.
So yeah, in about when I see 658 on that thing, I'm going to go ahead and spin it, and then that'll give me time to set up the new one, and then right at 7 o'clock we'll bring Shoeman Fu up here and go through that. The first prize, I'll just go ahead and go over this. We have 1 minute before the spin. The first prize on the quarterly drawing is 24-note nosing kit, 3 sample bourbons marked A, B, and C, a logoed crystal whiskey glass, and a virtual private tasting if you want. If you don't want the virtual private tasting, I mean, I wouldn't dare. I mean, if Bourbon just wants to hang out, but I wouldn't be trying to teach him anything about how to do it.
You should. You should.
But
he needs to learn.
Just, if you just want me to label instead of A, B, and C, I can do that. But that's first prize. It's a big nosing kit, and the glass and the 3 whiskeys and all that. And then second prize is 2 ounces of anything you want on the shelf and a glass. And the third place is just the glass. So Jimmy Lacari is here. He got the Alden in. It's 6:58. I'm going to go ahead and share this screen so we can get this going.
Spin it up.
Here we go. And good luck, everybody. Boy, I jumped from 9 to 12 quick. And boom, Mike Carrier. He gets lucky on here, man. He's getting some entry. Congratulations.
He got what, 2 or 3 last time he was on?
Two last time.
Was it 2? Okay.
All right, let me set this one up. I'll get the next one pushed out, and then we will bring our guest up. Hashtag.
Oh, Ben said he'll do a private drinking stream with you any day, anytime.
All right. So I'm going to start collecting comments on. Now, if you missed it, the top 10 tonight is men's dress shoes manufacturers. So that's what the Alden was and George Cleverly. So here we go. That's the theme tonight because the guest I'm about to bring up right now, he refinishes shoes. He goes by Shoeman Fu. He's starting to create a website or a YouTube page. He really doesn't have it going yet, but he's studied a lot about this stuff. And we just happen to be friends. We played disc golf together, and we took a trip to Louisville together and tasted many fine bourbons. So without further ado, welcome to the stream, Shoeman Fu. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How about y'all?
All right. Man, this stuff here, I can't keep my lips off of it.
It is good stuff.
It is really good.
I'm starting to suffer from beard envy.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, Andy has a really long beard.
This was after I cut about 4 inches off of it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, did you? Yeah, this is about 5 months, I think. I shaved it all off in April. So I started off April 1st with nothing.
Nice.
I just trimmed mine 2 weeks ago, so it's fluffing
I
back
think I'm
out
about
again.
to trim mine down like Jody's. Not maybe not that pretty through here, but trim all the side stuff off of it.
Yeah, all I do, I take those little combs and just run the razor across them, and just
Yeah.
however thick the comb is, that's what I go down to.
Okay. I'd mess it up. That's why I shave it off. Trim a little here, trim a little there. Oh well, and it's all gone.
Hoover's,
just come back.
Corgus, and Coin, welcome. I like to try to welcome anybody that's posting in the chat down there.
Corky's and
Hey, everybody.
So, Bill,
Sir.
we took a trip to Louisville.
We did.
And we, you know what I remember most about that trip, besides the Pappy? We were able to get Pappy Van Winkle $20 a pour.
Wow.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
But what I remember more, well, second place, is the alligator tail.
Oh yeah, that was seafood lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went back there several months later, but it was a long wait. They're having some bad staffing issues, and it was just like the owner there her daughter was taking orders, like 9-year-old girl running around taking orders, and I mean the food was still just as good, but they're hurting. I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to sustain that.
Dang.
Okay, it's a corgi. I didn't read it like the dog. All right. Corgi and Coin. Okay, there we go.
I like me some gator tail. That's tasty stuff right there.
Boy,
Yeah.
and they had this lemon herb butter sauce on it.
Oh man,
Yeah, that sauce was good.
that sounds even better.
Yeah, it was killer. It was delicious. Now, when we first got there, we ate at what's that damn restaurant? The
Game.
Meat Game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Game?
I started to call it meat. It was called Game, and you can get elk, you can get buffalo, bison, whatever.
Nice. I love all kind of wild game.
Yeah, that was really good. Man, this Antique 107, without trying to compare it, like when it's on its own here, it is way better. But I had already drank a Pappy. I had drank CYPB. I had drank E.H. Taylor. I had drank this other stuff. And then I had the Antique 107 after. And it just didn't come across like it's coming across now.
Yeah.
Oh, 114, old granddad.
Sorry about the dogs. I'm sure y'all can hear them.
Yeah, a little bit.
No 107 for me.
Yeah, we had some. So we had all of the Weller lineup, I believe. We had the. Well, they didn't have the full proof, but they had the 12-year.
Yep.
And we tried. Of course, we had the CYPB and the 107, and then the one. What was it? The 15-year Pappy that we had.
No, it was the 20.
Okay.
They didn't have the 23.
Right.
But let me tell you what, that 20 was like silk.
It was.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, I can't really go into the flavor and say, oh, it's the best damn bourbon I've ever had. But the mouthfeel on it, that was the best mouthfeel I've ever had.
Well, I like wheated bourbons anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that is just like, a flavor explosion for me. That's exactly more of what I like.
Yep.
I mean,
I like a good wheated bourbon too.
But I enjoy the hell out of that Calumet 15 that I picked up. I really enjoy the Duke Grand Cru Reserve. I mean, there's some, and of course, that Grand Cru's finished. I do have another finished bourbon that's coming up that I'm going to be reviewing. Where the heck is that thing? What did I get? Oh, it's somewhere around. Did I already review it? Maybe. No, it's the Rabbit Hole Derringer.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I forget what I buy. I have to look up there and see what still has the plastic on top of it.
Right.
Because that's my system. I haven't reviewed this one yet. It's still because I have this is just a shelf. I have backup bottles and I have
Mhm.
other cases over, in that closet.
mm,
And so I just try to keep the stuff up here. Like if it's coming up for review, I try to work it into the shelf somewhere. And but I don't open it.
So
gotcha.
my buddy that gifted me the 107 also gifted me this.
Oh,
Oh
no.
yeah, the double wheat.
So
Yeah.
I've got the
Oh,
regular bourbon and I've got the wheated, but I haven't tried the double wheat yet. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to open that one.
Steamed fried rice. Jamie C is here.
oh,
I'll also get you a
steamed
sample of
fire
that
and
one.
ice,
Yep.
not
That's
fried
Cindy.
rice.
Yeah, that's what we call it,
Cindy.
steamed fried rice.
Hey, Cindy, how you doing? And Kathy, sexy voice Kathy over there now.
Oh yeah. All right, we're at 7:06. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about your shoe thing you got going.
All right. So what I do is I'll take my favorite thing to do is take vintage shoes and I'll strip them down and re-dye them. Sometimes I'll add a patina on them. I can do several different types, like marble patinas, or like this one right here is one that I did. It's like a wood grain patina.
Ah,
The
Mm.
light is
cool.
probably messing with it a little bit.
Well, it's shiny though.
Well, they got a little scuffed up the other night, but I
They're
can do
kind of
wood
like
grain patinas.
kind of
Uh,
blue and brown.
no, these are just blue.
Blue and
Oh, okay.
dark. He's got the dark fade on it. You know what? Those look
Oh,
like
okay.
they'd be great with like a good pair of jeans and like maybe
Yeah.
a dress shirt with that, and then go out for like a casual dinner or something. That's where those would come in.
And I've got this one. This is a burgundy Oxford. It's
Mm.
got a marble patina in it. It's hard to see with the light, but I used navy blue to
Uh,
marble into it.
Oh,
See
okay.
it.
boy, you got the woodchucks and everything in there.
Oh yeah, the shoe trees.
Yeah, shoe trees.
Yeah, that's what keeps your shoes from getting all those creases.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
cracks.
that's right. But yeah, that's what I do. I just kind of strip them down and make them my own. Put my own little flair on them.
Now I know last year,
Oop, hang on.
I know last year you mentioned something about going to a conference.
I did. I went to Alan Edmonds invited 50 people to of us shoe nerds to Port Washington, Wisconsin, to their factory to celebrate their 100th anniversary. So I went up there in April of this year, and they gave us a tour and fed us a lunch. The factory was technically closed that day, but all the workers came in, and they were more than happy to show us what they're doing, how their step in the process is. But it was a really cool experience.
So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
how did you get selected? I mean, only 50 people. I mean, I know that there's not everybody refinishes shoes or whatever, but I mean, 50. There's got to be hundreds. There's got to be thousands of
Yeah,
people.
there's over 100,000 in that group. I'm not sure how I got selected. They kind of put an interest feeler out there about it, and several of us, expressed our interest, and then I guess they chose from that.
So,
It
did
was
you
the
have
beard.
to do like a write up or something to them to say,
No,
hey?
no, it was just a Facebook post, and we all, replied back, just messaged the same person and like, hey, I'm interested, and that was pretty much it.
Huh,
It
awesome.
was the beard.
Well,
Might have
hang on
been.
a second, because I've got to spin this wheel. So let me do this, and then we'll get the other one going. So here we go. Good luck, everybody, on the 10 entries. This 10 minutes. Boom. I'm ready to write it down.
Hopefully- Sorry
And we're
about that.
landing on Oji-san.
Way to go, Jimmy.
Jimmy won. All right. Let his confetti die down there, and I'll stop sharing. I don't want to jip anybody out of their confetti.
Yeah, give them all their
Sorry,
glory.
but apologize for that noise earlier. That hopefully you didn't catch too much of it. It's like 3 F-15s that flew over.
Oh yeah, they're going to be louder than the regular stuff. Plus,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
those the fighter jets and stuff, or the jet planes, have a more of a bass note to them, and
Yeah.
the StreamYard isolation on your voice isn't going to work as well. All right,
I
but
hit mute. I hope I did it all right.
here is the next hashtag to put in there: trickers.
Trickers?
I had
of
never heard of
those.
trickers.
They're
I got this list off of GQ's website.
well, a lot of trickers are a UK brand.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
And
I used to have a pair of Floor Shine.
yeah,
They're still in business. I got a pair right here.
Yeah,
There you
they're
go.
comfortable.
Yep. Their
Comfortable
vintage
shoes.
stuff is the good stuff. It's got the V cleats from to help
oh yeah.
metal, all these nails. They call these suicide heels because they're very
Suicide.
slippery
Yeah,
on, on tile.
Yeah.
But yeah, the vintage floor shine stuff is very sought after.
Oh,
All
I
righty.
don't know if I've even still got mine now.
So what is the favorite bourbon you have right now? Is it the 107? Is that
For sure.
for sure?
Yeah, that's my. I mean, outside of Pappy, which is basically just that multiplied.
Multiplied, yeah.
That's my favorite. Period.
Now you gave me a sample. I have not tried it. I have not even nosed it yet. A sample of a scotch.
I did. It was the Bruichladdich Black Art.
Ooh. That's a highly sought after little bottle right there.
Yeah, this is a 23-year aged single malt.
Wow.
23. I'm writing all this down.
Yeah, it's
23
Black Art,
years.
1990.
Was that when it was bottled or?
That's when it was distilled.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Dang.
So it's older than 23 then.
I can read what it says on there.
Sure.
This is edition 04.1, 23 aged years. The fourth release showcasing the spellbinding craft of head distiller Jim McEwen, another beguiling and complex spirit, mystery of distiller and cooper's art indeed. A work of alchemy, the dark secrets of which Jim will never reveal.
Okay. Well, Jim's going to take it to his grave then.
If y'all have ever seen the documentary, the name of the documentary is Scotch.
Mm-hmm.
The main character that's telling the story, that's Jim McEwen. He's
Okay.
that is the distillery, Bruichladdich, that they're talking about. That's where it's all. That's what this is. And when he talks about, because he says that, you can go buy $100,000 bottle of Scotch if you want, because I mean they have some, but this is what he considers the best Scotch in the world, and a lot of people agree. It's by far the best one I've ever had. I'll say that.
Awesome, man. I mean I may even pour a little of it tonight if I finish.
I'll pour some with you.
Yeah, we'll finish this 107 here, but I'm taking it easy on this 107.
Yeah, me too.
I'm enjoying it because after this is gone.
I can get you another. I can get you some more of this bottle.
Mhm.
I
That's
wonder
all
if
right,
there'd be
man.
much difference between the fresh bottle he has and the older bottle that he gave you before.
There's no
Be
difference.
much difference.
I just had some.
No, it's not going to be much different in it. Yeah, I mean they're aged a certain amount, and then they go into the bottle and they stop aging once they're in the bottle. They're not interacting with the wood anymore. So.
Well, I'm just saying that with
Yeah.
some of the bottles I have, like say this one for example, when it gets down to here, it changes a little bit from where it was up here, just because of all the air in the bottle.
It actually intensifies a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
You get a little evaporation of the little bit of water that's left in it, and you may actually have a little higher proof.
Antique 109.
Yeah, it might be Antique 109 now.
There you go. Excellent.
I'll just say my palate isn't sophisticated enough to tell a difference, because I just had some of that like 2 nights ago. So this tastes the same to me.
Oh, this tastes like good. I mean, there's some good dark notes, but it's still a wheater. You know, I mean, and that's just the way it is. It's a wheated bourbon, and so it's going to have that sweet wheat note in there that's going to dominate. And
I like
sometimes,
that.
every once in a while, like high rye bourbon, like 23% or so. I'll tell you one thing I'm a real big fan of, though, is a high barley count in a bourbon.
Okay.
I've had some real good success with 12 to 18% malted barley.
You get a little bit of earthy note.
Yeah, and nuttiness, earthiness. Yeah.
What's something that's high barley?
What's that?
What's a bourbon that's a high barley?
Well, most of them are craft.
Okay.
Craft distilleries will go a little higher on the malted barley count. It's expensive. I mean, because they usually import their barley from Europe.
Or Scotland or something.
Somewhere, yeah. European nation, somewhere over there. So most of them try to keep the cost down by only using like 3%, 4% malted barley, because they have to pass that cost on. But craft distilleries, they take more liberty, local sourcing grain, non-GMO corn, getting a higher barley consistency through it. The two I have that I'm falling for barley on is Lincoln Pinch, the one I did the documentary film on, and the one from New York that's it's 80-something% corn, because they do that because of the laws in New York. If they're going to have a distillery there, they're only allowed to if they use so much local source grain from New York, and so that's why Hudson Baby Bourbon, Widow Jane, and all those have a high corn count to them.
Oh, okay.
Higher than normal.
I do like Widow Jane.
Yeah, Widow Jane's good. And then the Hudson Baby Bourbon, they don't make it anymore. Now it's Bright Light's Big Bourbon, but it used to be Hudson Baby Bourbon, and that was 100% corn. And now it's 95% corn, 5% malted barley. And they call it Bright Light's Big Bourbon. And so
I think the only 100% corn I got is mellow corn.
I've got that too.
Yeah. Newfoundlander Ingalls family,
sweet.
Welcome. Jamie C's in the house.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was totally expecting it to taste like moonshine, but
no,
it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, I've had moonshine a lot worse than that, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now I don't like straight rye whiskeys, but I do like a high rye bourbon.
There's some, like, I'm not a big fan of Whistle Pig, and people can knock me on that all day long. I just don't care for that.
I don't either.
But I've had some rye whiskeys before that are much better.
Now, Midwinter Night's Dram is a high rye bourbon. It's excellent. It is. So good.
Yeah. Midwinter's Night Dram. Oh yeah, that's really good. But I have Tawakaro out of Texas now. That's my favorite 100% rye.
I haven't had.
I haven't tried it then, because the ones that I've got, I didn't care for.
Now you would, if I gave you a shot of the 10 100 100 from Whistle Pig and a pour of the Tawakaro, they're opposed to each other. They're not even close in flavor profile. But we're at that time. I need to spin this thing, so let me share this out. Good luck, everybody. This is for the next 10 entries on the wheel. We only had 9 enter on this one, so we're going to have to pick this up if y'all want the entries. Mike Carrier, congratulations. Now, if this is where the point of the show where I get into the part where I say, if Mike Carrier wins again, that's fine. He will get his entries, but I will also spin again. If you win 3 times, you get them, but I want to give other people a chance to also get entries to the wheel. So we will do this next one. Be careful on the spelling if you're typing this in.
You're right, Mike. It's rigged. I know it.
If you're copying and pasting, no worries there. But be careful, because it's
rigged.
Brown. Yeah, I'm sure that's pronounced Tom Brown,
It is.
Yeah.
not foam.
Tom.
Yeah, foam.
I've only heard of Tom Brown. I don't know any anecdotes to tell you about them.
Yeah.
Now, since we've still got Alden down up at the bottom of the screen, I can't tell you. So Allen Edmonds is the company that I went to visit. They are one of two mass, big market shoemakers in the United States that still make Goodyear welted shoes. And when I say Goodyear welted, that means that it's got a welt that's attached to the upper of the shoe to where you can resole the bottom. You can get it recrafted.
Oh, okay.
Alden's a little bit more expensive than Allen Edmonds, but I've actually got a pair of Alden boots on order. I ordered them in February, and they're still not expecting them before November, December. So that's
Wow.
that's the difference. Like, I can go to the Allen Edmonds website right now and order just about anything I want in my size.
So what's the general price point you're paying?
So Allen Edmonds are typically around $400. They're $395. That's with no sales. But the thing is, the kicker is they always have sales. So you're looking at about a $250 to $300 shoe when with their sales. Alden is more in the $600 range, and then you're looking at like $800 for boots.
Right. So, but still, I've paid when I was living in Texas, I paid $700-800 for a pair of cowboy boots.
Oh yeah. And Texas is obviously the king of cowboy boots, but there's a lot of bootmakers down there that you can get into the $10,000 range.
Oh, you can if you have them custom. And I'm just talking about going into a Western store and finding boots that fit. And there's certain ones, and if people don't know, if you haven't tried on cowboy boots, try on different brands. Try them on, walk around, because some of them are made different. Some of them are wider across the balls of the feet. Some of them are skinnier there, and it's not just the style. I mean,
right.
Certain ones are just tighter. If you have a wider foot, you may not like that brand, but the other brand has the stirrup toe on it. A stirrup toe is a boot that comes up almost straight on the inside and it tapers to a point from the outside. And that's so when you put your foot in a stirrup, you just have to hit the stirrup with the point, and then the boot slides in and then it catches on the heel. That's why cowboy boots are made like that. So the stirrup will catch up with the heel.
So you taught me something today.
I personally prefer a roper type cowboy boot. It's got the lower heel on the back, and then the toe is rounded.
Yeah.
It's not the pointy toe.
Oji-san has said he had Flintstone feet.
Hey, I'm with you. So speaking of that, you were talking about how different brands are going to fit differently, and that's absolutely true. And part of that is because, like, when you make any high-end, when I say high-end, I'm talking about something that can be recrafted, something that basically can last forever if you take care of it. Not rubber molded shoes, like hiking boots and stuff like that. Any high-end footwear, it's made on what's called a last. So the last is basically like the foot shape that they mold the leather or whatever the material is. They mold it around, and they're nailing all around the form itself, and then they put the sole on top. It's upside down, and then they put the sole on and stitch it and everything. But each manufacturer has their own last, which are all different shapes and sizes. Like some are, like you said, the cowboy. What did you call it? The cowboy toe.
Well, it's the stirrup. Yeah, when you're getting on a horse, saddle toe or whatever.
So that would be that particular type of last, and then you would have like a square toe last, and you would have a pointy toe last, and you've got like an almond toe last, and you've got a round toe last. Not just for cowboy boots, but like for any kind of shoe or boot. But all these aspects are going to affect the way it fits on your foot, and obviously not everybody has the same type of foot. So all these different companies are going to make shoes that fit your feet differently. So you have to shop around and find the brand and everything that fits your foot. Not only that, but a lot of these higher end companies, they also make different widths. So don't just go in there automatically thinking like, well, I've always worn a 9.5, so I'm a 9.5. That's the way I used to be. I'm actually an 8.5 triple E. when I finally got sized. I'm not a 9.5. I'm an 8.5 triple wide. So I'm with you. I've got your Fred Flintstone feet myself.
Yeah, see, that's the problem I run into trying to find a decent pair of shoes is I got more of a narrow foot. So everything nowadays is for the wider foot, and it
What's that
doesn't fit me
for?
very good. I run a 10, 10 and a half.
Okay, because I've got a pair of shoes here. I got them at a steal. These are vintage shell cordovan. So shell cordovan is a different type of leather. It's not made from a cow. It's not even an outer skin. It's a membrane from a horse, like from the hindquarters of a horse.
Wow.
All right. So shell cordovan is highly sought after because if you look here, it doesn't crease; it rolls.
Oh, okay.
And you
Wow.
don't
Nice.
even really need to polish it. You just get a horsehair brush
Give it
and
a little buff.
you just buff it, and it'll come to a good shine. So these right here, I looked them up. They're like $600.
Dang.
I got them for $18.
Oh, nice.
But I got them for that because of the size. They're a 9.5 triple A, so like
Oh, okay.
extra narrow. But
Yeah.
see, these have the V cleat and the suicide heels that go around. These are, I don't know if you can see it on there, but the brand, they're Stacey Adams. Like Stacey Adams doesn't make shoes like this anymore.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
like everybody else, mass produced and rubber molded soles and everything else.
I need to find me somebody around here in Austin, or I guess maybe even Dallas or San Antonio that will resole a shoe.
I got you. I'll find somebody
Because
for you. I've got a network of cobblers around the country.
Johnson and Murray, and I got the sole back here. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
It's wearing off back here.
So
Yeah.
that very bottom
That
part
part of
is
it's
called the top lift.
so yeah, that part here. So what you can see, it's separating right there. I need to get that part redone. The rest of the shoe is pretty good. You know, it's still, you know, nice and smooth and comfortable and everything else, but that part needs to get redone. So I just need to find somebody that can actually resole them for me.
I'll get somebody for you. If not, then
Okay.
we've got people local here. Like a lot of cobblers will take mail-in business.
Okay.
So I've got several good ones that I know of that I use myself.
Excellent.
All right. Well, I'm going to spin this one before my phone starts telling me I'm late. So this is for Tom Brown right here. We're about to spin this. Good luck, everybody. Share this out. Bam. If you miss this one, don't worry. They got another one coming up, and it is special. But congratulations, Jimmy Lacari.
Jimmy
Here we go.
Lacari. Oh.
Jimmy.
It's raining men.
And stop sharing, and I'll spin this next one up, and then we can get back to it again.
Ahoy, Groovy.
Oh yeah, I did look at that 3 times before I wrote it down. So I'm gonna stick with what I wrote. So have you ever heard of a shoe brand called Churches?
Sure have.
All right, I figured you had.
Church's chicken.
And you got here just in time for the hashtag Churches. It does have an apostrophe S in it. So there we go. Just make sure you get that right. So disc golf. You know, Mr. Greatshot has disc golf baskets on his property.
I got
In my corner.
3 right now
Yeah, I
set
see
up
that.
in my yard. I had my whole. Oh, there you go. Nice. I had my whole. I had a whole 18-hole course in Kentucky when I lived there. But I figured out that having your own 18-hole disc golf course is more work than play.
Yeah.
You spend more time, you know, mowing and weed eating and everything else for the course than you actually do playing the course.
That's where you have to open your course up and let people come tromp it down, and you don't have to do all that.
Well, it was a private course, you know.
Yeah, just have people come take turns mowing. Like if you want, you can play on it, but you gotta do your turn mowing.
Yep.
Yeah. Hindsight's always 20/20. Dang.
Where did you live in Kentucky?
Western Kentucky. I was just north of the lakes.
Okay, the land of the
Uh,
lakes.
yeah,
Yeah,
LBL. Yeah, well, I was just a little bit north of that. Paducah is close. Princeton is where I lived. Dawson Springs.
yeah. So I went to Paducah one time. I worked in Kentucky in 2014, like the whole year almost. So I was all
Right.
over the state. That's where I discovered Louisville, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, so I was in Louisville, and then I was in Bowling Green, then
A lot of courses
Owensboro.
in Bowling Green.
Well, I didn't play back
I've,
then. This was
no, you should have. I played a bunch of courses in Bowling Green, Lovers Lane, and gobs of them up there.
yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't.
And
your
then
your
Nashville as
audio's
well.
going out again.
Oh, dang it. How about
Try.
now? Any good?
No, it's still there. I can hear you, but it's got it. You can tell it got wonky. It's probably the iPad or something.
It goes into
I
sounding
don't know.
like you're on a radio.
Yeah.
Well, dang it. Normally these things work out pretty good most of the time. Yeah. Yeah, Louisville.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was taught that early on when I got there.
Yeah, no Louisville.
That Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah, it's Louisville.
Yep.
It's one
Louisville,
of my
Bowling Green.
Louisville's one of my favorite places in the world. I love it there.
Oh yeah.
I
Now,
loved Kentucky. It's a beautiful state. Love the trees and the hills and stuff. And as far as disc golf, interesting because you could get a nice mix of wooded courses, and then even on the same wooded course, it's a lot of technical stuff. You have to hit your lines,
Yeah, we saw.
or
Molly.
it would have some open stuff too. So let you air one out, 450 foot or something like that.
Yeah, you know what I hate is when you're playing all this technical stuff, and then you get to an opening, and it's like a 220-yard par three. It's like, well, and then, I know I'm picking my putter and just flicking it over there. It's like,
Exactly.
give me some
Like, oh,
distance.
come on.
Come on, left-handed.
Let me sling one now. Come on.
Yeah.
I may be 50-year-old, but I can still sling it, better than 350. Come on.
Mm.
We haven't been able to play lately.
Well, both of us, I think the farthest drive you and I both have had is at 425?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What on
And
18?
that's just everything lined out perfect.
Yep.
Perfect release, perfect angle, perfect wind conditions, perfect everything. And it went about I think mine went about 420. Yours went about 425.
Yeah, they were right there.
Yeah,
That's a nice damn throw right there.
it is.
It's wooded too. That
Oh,
hole.
nice. Even better.
Well, it's open. The basket's in the wood part. I'm talking about there's a riser that comes up. You're lower than the hill. It looks like you're throwing uphill, but on the other side of the hill, it drops back down.
Ah, gotcha.
And what I was doing is throwing an S-curve Anheuser
Mm-hmm.
and then let it drift and come back. And then by the time it starts coming back, it's over that hill and it's going downhill at that point.
Yep.
It is.
Catching that extra distance going downhill.
It is
Yep.
very difficult to hit that right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you got to know the course, too.
Well, yeah, and the slope of the land makes you want to throw it that way.
Yeah, it makes you
Yeah.
want to go high.
Now, clear the top of the hill by 5-6 foot. That's it.
Yep, that's it.
One
And if you do that, you'll carry it.
Do that, you go.
By like 1 foot, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Deep
now
better.
I finished. Hang on, where'd it go? So this is that scotch we were talking about earlier.
The Black Arts?
I just finished
Yeah.
mine, so I'm gonna pour myself one as well.
All right, I'm gonna
Oh,
pour.
dang.
I have 2 ounces here. I'm gonna pour a little. I'm actually gonna get a clean. I'm gonna get a Glencairn for this.
Oh, better only pour you about an ounce of that one.
There. No, I'm not gonna pour a lot of it. I may not even pour a whole ounce. We'll see.
A little
I didn't
half
pour
ounce
much.
taster. I have yet to taste that one. One of these days.
I'm gonna pour that much of it.
There you go.
Well, you need to come out to North Carolina. You can taste it, and then we'll go play some disc golf.
There you go.
Wow. That looked awful dark. How old is that?
Is
How old is it?
23.
23.
23. Oh, no wonder it's so dang dark. Jesus.
Ooh, it stinks.
It
That is
does.
some dark for a Scotch.
It does not smell good. It smells like high corn.
So it was like what?
It smells like high corn.
Yeah, it kind of
Oh.
does, but even though it's a single malt,
It does not
Yeah.
taste like it smells, I promise.
it smells like somebody walked on damp corn with nasty feet. That's what it smells.
Oh no.
No, but there's some, gosh, baby diaper in there too.
Oh no. Y'all are scaring me off of this one now.
No.
Jody's not a Scotch fan, so
Well, no, but there is that buttery note, and I can see it, but it's really dark. It's really dark. Feet flavored ramen noodles, yeah.
Burnt band-aids? No, that's Lefroy.
Well, now that you mentioned Band-Aids,
You get that medicinal?
yeah. So
You
let me
get
taste this.
iodine note.
Let me taste this before I talk myself out of it.
All right, then.
Holy crap, dude.
tastes better than it smells, don't it?
Woo! That. Wow, man.
It's a good Scotch, ain't it?
That is good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So the nose has nothing to do with the palate.
Nothing to do with the palate at all. That
Not even close.
just silky, just covered the tongue perfectly.
Wow.
Got some of the no peat. There's no smoke.
But that oak, man, it is.
Oh, but it's there. The barrel's there in this for sure.
Well, as dark as it is, it ought to be.
Yeah, it is strong.
Huh.
But it's unpeated, so
Oh my gosh, that is so easy to drink. I could down that, man.
Like Kathy says, smells bad, tastes great.
Tastes great.
that's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this over here. I guarantee you, I could take that bottle and kill a fourth of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it drinks very easy. It's dangerously easy to drink.
It does not taste like any other Scotch I've ever had.
No, that is, whoo, the mouthfeel on it is great too.
It is.
And there's a, I'm wanting to say a black cherry note back in there somewhere.
I get a little bit of clove too.
But the problem with the clove, you really have to dig for it because there is absolutely no tingle in the back of the throat. I mean, this is like just washing. It's like massaging your tonsils as it goes by.
Man, it is so good.
Oh, wow. 23 years in a used oak cask.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to add some, your normal, bourbon notes, I would think. The cherries and the vanillas, things like that, I would think.
I think that's where I'm getting some of the cherry and all.
There is some there, but it's way it's overwhelmingly oak.
It is. It's very oaky, but not like the Texas oak.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's more of a, you got hit in the face with an oak plank. This is like, I don't know, somebody had some soft oak and rubbed your cheek with it.
Oak velvet.
Yeah, velvet oak.
Ooh, velvet oak.
Tonsil massage.
Tonsil massage, yeah. Oh, man. All right, we're at that time now that I've said tonsil massage. I'm going to share this out, and we're going to get another 10 entries on this quarterly drawing. Good luck, everybody. Watch, I predict Mike Carrier again. Let's see. Oh, it's is Lori here? I don't think Lori's here. Well, I'm going to draw again. I don't think Sheba B made it tonight. And there it is, steamed fried rice. All right. Congratulations, Cindy. There's your confetti. We'll stop sharing.
Congratulations, Cindy. All right, since y'all are onto the Scotch,
man, this
go ahead and grab me a little bit of something here.
And I will say this: I've had some overly aged stuff before. This is not overly aged. This is artfully aged.
This is only 12, but
Oops.
not bad.
Thank you, phone. Hang on, I gotta get back over here. So, do you know anything, Shoeman, about Toga virilis?
I don't know anything about
cool.
Toga virilis.
I don't know, but GQ knew about it, so they put it up there.
Never heard of that one.
I was kind of in a hurry getting ready today, so I remember all the shoes look good in the pictures, so I just wrote them all down. No, what I was there was a baby diaper, not a used one. I'm talking about a new one, and like a Band-Aid aroma coming off that thing.
Oh, it's that medicinal note.
The medicinal note was coming
There's
off.
like an adhesive.
Yeah.
Smell.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
medicinal but adhesive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! That nose is not very good on this.
It's not, man. Like it's off-putting.
Yep.
Thank goodness it don't taste like it's
Jody, I think you'd like this one better than.
Oh, the nose?
Yeah.
Probably. But I'll tell you what, I've never had. This is the most unique scotch I've ever had in my life. And Malt Muser sent me 3 of his best scotches. And I sent him 3 of my best bourbons, and we did a show one night, and they were incredible. But this is so unique. This is wow.
This stuff is hard to come by.
Just take a breath while the glass is over here, and then take a sip.
Exhale as you're taking a sip. Okay.
Yeah.
Does
Ooh,
water
that
change
flavor.
it at all?
What's that?
I don't
Does
know.
water change the nose at all on you?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to try it. Because if it
Yeah.
screwed it up, I'd be sad.
Yeah, I would kind of hate to water down a 23-year-old scotch myself, you know.
Gosh, that is.
See if I can get any. Like I don't even know what the proof is on it.
I hope it's not that much.
Low to mid 80s.
That's usually where scotch is right around 80.
Yeah, but at age 23, I mean that's without
Yeah,
adding
I've
water.
got to bring some water out of the barrel. But they usually cut it after it comes out of the barrel anyway.
Well, it's not on the container. Let me see if it's on the bottom.
Yeah, I'd be very interested.
49.2.
Okay,
Wow.
so 90.
That's under 100.
Yeah,
98.
yeah, it's 98 point whatever.
4.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
98.4.
no, but man, it is so smooth.
This one is only 80 proof. 12-year-old 80 proof, so you know that's what 60% water.
Yeah. Wow, man. I mean, this is just incredible.
Oh,
See,
Jody,
if I wasn't doing
did
a
you see
show
my
right
shirt?
now, I would go out and have my wife taste it. I need a huge glass of whiskey. Okay, yeah. I just have my Bourbon Hunter shirt on. This Bourbon Hunter shirt I have, of course, I'm in the studio, right? So you can't see the bottom of the shirt. And it comes down below my jeans. But when I'm standing up walking, the shirt shrunk up at the bottom.
Yeah.
And so I don't wear it anywhere except in the studio now because I have a rotation of bourbon shirts I go through.
Yeah.
And I forgot earlier, and I already had my uniform on for the show. And I was like, damn, I got to go buy some beer. So I ran to Food Lion and bought beer, and I was all like grabbing the bottom of my shirt, holding it down.
Belly hanging out.
Don't tell me you're showing plumber's crack.
No, wasn't doing that. But
okay, well that's good.
You go barefoot too?
Nope, did not do that. I didn't bend over. That's where you slump your shoulders down to make sure it stays over the belt. You know,
Like when you were in school and you had, like we had a dress code where in middle school where our shorts had to come down to the tip of our fingers. So that's when you like.
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, put your arms out. No, it's right here.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, it's not. It's past.
Hmm.
Nah,
We can talk
I
him.
mean, eventually though, you're gonna have them old 1970s runner shorts on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old biker shorts with the V's up the side
Yeah,
there.
the V comes up. Yeah.
Yeah, those in the Marine Corps, we called them. They were like that real silky nylon, but they were the
Uh-huh.
nickname for those shorts are called silkies.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yep.
Now I remember I
Yeah.
was running and I ordered some shorts to run in. Uh, and that was before I got my heel spurs. It was after the military and I hadn't exercised in a while. And my lungs, my cardiovascular, all of that was ready to go.
Mhm.
And I went from running 1 mile to 6 miles like in 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow.
And then I developed heel spurs
Oh, dang.
because the back tendon was stretching out and that calcium was building up in there. And
Yeah.
do they sell
Just
special
get to
plumber
go
pants?
like,
Yeah. Yeah, they call low rise. Some people got two booties though. They got one booty above the pants and one booty down in the pants.
OG son still got his silkies. Said he looks like a turkey smuggler though.
Better than a grape smuggler.
Mm, peanut smuggler. I'm a pecan smuggler.
So, Shoeman Fu, what you mainly like to do with shoes is what? Get them and refinish them.
Yeah.
You're not much into resoling them and getting all that stuff fixed up. It's just redoing the finish on them.
So not yet. I might try that. So cobblers have the equipment to do that kind of stuff, and those machines are
Hmm.
very expensive. So if I
Yeah.
did, it would be all by hand, and that's a long, tedious
Oh,
process, which I'm not
yeah.
opposed to. I like doing that kind of stuff. I just haven't sat down and taught myself how to do it yet.
I got you. I mean, I've done blacksmith work, and I can see that kind of would apply. It would be along those kind of lines, unless you had the right machines that would do the stitching and stuff
Mhm.
like that, and the soles and everything else up for you.
That's some
But
heavy machinery too.
Yeah, those
oh yeah,
outsole stitchers are high dollar.
Yep.
That's that's out of my price range.
I was
yeah,
just going to
get
say
the
this right
thousands.
quick. Lori showed up, Sheba B.
There
I
he is.
did give her the 10. She just went on that last spin, but it's getting real close to. I need to share this out right now because we cannot get behind. So I am going to hit the StreamYard giveaway tool. It's Toga Varilla's good luck, everybody. And here we go. Man, we have gone from double digits, single digits, double digits, single digits all night long. All right, here we go. Up, that's Lori. I'll do that.
Rigged.
Draw again. And then
It's gonna be OG son. Come on, OG.
nope, stink
Oh,
tide drive.
Cindy.
Now she can say it's rigged.
Mm. Oh yeah, it's definitely still rigged.
Still rigged. All right, we got that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set up the next one. This will be the last one before everybody gets a trophy. All right, let me this.
Oh, can't type in chat. Dang it.
Can't type in chat. Why?
Yeah, I can't. I can't type
Oh,
yet.
you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, my iPad is all jacked up. Half of the screen is black, and it got dropped. The screen got cracked, and then it was okay for a little while, and now it's gone to where it's half of it's black, and it does weird things on its own. I'll be looking at a YouTube stream, and all of a sudden it'll pop up the camera or something, and I'm like, what the
Oh,
heck?
wow.
It just
Well, Edward
it's
Green's
weird.
a hashtag. Hurry
Edward
up and get him
Green,
in.
another one I've never heard of.
Edward Green is a English shoemaker, very prominent.
Oh, okay.
God, that nose is awful, but man, it tastes
It
good.
is, isn't it? Isn't it so surprising how bad that nose is? I did warn you. I said it stinks.
Gosh, it's hard to get past. It's hard to get past it.
It is.
Well, but you saying that the palate and the
Oh, it
flavor.
is
It's way different than the nose.
excellent. Oh, it is delicious. I will tell you that.
Mm. Yeah, that's different. I've never had a whiskey that was like that.
It's
I mean, I've
throwing me
tried
off.
like Lafroig and Lecheg and a few other different peated whiskeys,
Uh-huh.
and I mean, I had a Balcones peated,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it's Texas. How peaty could it be? I was wrong. It was way peaty. I mean, they sourced their peat from Iowa,
Oh yeah.
so it was like
Now I'm reviewing. I think. Shoot, did it already
I'm gonna
come out?
send
I
you
can't
some,
remember.
Jody.
What's that?
I'm gonna send you some of that Balcones peated.
Okay, well, I'll pour it in the toilet. No, I was kidding. But now I just reviewed Kings County
Yep,
from New
saw
York. Now, did I do the peated one yet? I think that's coming out this week. Okay,
No, it was the unpeated.
the unpeated. So the peated one comes out Monday
Okay.
because I did them in a row. I remember that. But I've scheduled several out, so it's hard for me to remember what I've put out there.
Gotcha.
But it is extremely lightly peated. Extremely lightly peated. I mean, it is not strong at all.
Now, I have a Highland Park, and it's lightly peated,
Mhm.
but it's a different kind of peat than
Yeah.
like Lafroig and the Isla type stuff. It's not that kind of peat. It's the Highland peat, as far as the Highland Park goes. It's got a lot of it's a light floral heather note to it,
Mhm.
and really tasty. And it doesn't taste like smack you in the face kind of weird peat thing going on.
Yeah.
But
I know we've talked about this. I've talked about it before, but the original way when they were making scotch and they would use that single malt and they would malt that barley, they would
Yeah.
put it in the condition, just the right condition until it started to sprout. And they would light that peat under there and smoke the hell out of it, and it stopped that growth. So it would make it malted barley. Well, that's where all that peat smoke come from.
Yep.
It would just smoke the hell out of that grain, and then they would take and then distill it. Make the mash and distill it, and all that. So, I mean, that was old school way of doing it.
That's all they had back in the day.
Yeah. That's all they had.
Nowadays, they don't have to do that. I mean, they have other methods
Oh,
that
yeah,
they can
you
use to, stop that, dry the grain out or whatever, with
Yep.
propane or whatever. They have
Dryers.
other methods to do it. Yeah.
Take an air dryer and like you do drying jerky and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing. And all you got to do is just, dry the grain. That's all you got to do.
Yep, just bring the moisture down, and it'll stop that little growth process when it sprouts, and then boom, then use it. But
Yep,
go lightly peated.
throw it in the mash and grind it up and throw some yeast at it.
Yes, sir. All right, we're at 7:53 here. So what other topic do we have, or what? Because I have a couple of more questions here. But what do we want to spend the last spin on? Do we want to talk about bourbon? Do we want to talk about shoes? Do we want to talk about disc golf? Do we want to talk about anything else? What you got?
What you got, Shoeman Fu?
Well, I will say, I spoke with you earlier about this, but an idea I've been kicking around in my head is I'm contemplating my own shoe line.
Oh, nice.
My own dress shoes.
Okay.
So I tend to gravitate more towards the vintage stuff, like those type of styles, like the button boots and like the old school long wing bluchers from the 60s and 70s.
Yep.
Classic.
I want to try to recreate a lot of those old styles that aren't being made anymore.
I'm down with that.
That's kind of where my vision is right now, and it's just in the idea stage at this point. So
And I know when we were talking about it earlier, you said procuring the shoes, and I said, well, yeah, you get them raw, and you're like, yeah, because I'll finish them all.
Yep.
So you would have a hand finished pair of shoes stamped with your logo, and they're making them to your specs, right? And then they send them to you. So they have the soles, they have the heels, they have all that. They're made to your spec, but they're just raw leather, and then you finish it out.
Yep. That's the plan.
Nice. That'd be awesome. I'd
I've
get
got
a pair of those.
I've got a few buddies. Actually, this pair right here is a friend of mine. He lives in Charlotte, North Carolina, but his brand is Michael Darren. His name. I guess I'm assuming his middle name is Darren because his name is Michael Baldinger. He's an eye doctor down in Charlotte, but he started his own. These are made in Italy. The factory I'm looking at is in Spain to make mine.
I got you.
Spanish. Got me some Spanish dress shoes from.
Yep.
That's still fine. I mean,
Carmina is in Spain, and they're one of
my limited knowledge. I think Italy was one of the more famous shoe making people.
Well, traditionally it's England.
England, okay.
That's the pinnacle of men's fashion and traditional shoemakers and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Italy and a lot of European brands, they're a little bit different. Where I'll just show you a difference right here. So these are Italian made. If you notice, see how close everything is and how sleek everything looks compared to an old school American brand where it's big and chunky.
Yeah.
See how,
I like your right hand better. The Italian version looks much more comfortable, much more sleek looking.
I like them both for different reasons. The old school American big chunky ones, they'll last forever.
And they're better in the snow.
50, 60 years old.
Snow? I live in Texas. What's snow?
That's right.
Those shoes, those brown ones are like 50, 60 years old and have never been resold.
There you go.
These are brand new. So they're not going to last quite as long, but they're all recraftable. You can put new soles on all of them.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, I am going to share this out. Just hang around for another minute, and I'm going to share this out. We're going to spin this one, and I'm going to get ready for the put me in, but we'll say goodbye before we do that. But let me wish everybody a good luck, and we'll see how this goes.
Come
and
on,
we are going to land
Travis.
on. Oh, it's me again.
Oh,
wow,
rigged.
Lori showed up just in time, man. I tell you.
Rigged.
Oh, yeah, she showed up just in time. And Mike Carrier. Okay, now
rigged.
Mike gets an extra.
Yep, still rigged. That's twice again.
I knew
this
it was
week.
going to do this. We're trying to get to the 8 o'clock hour, and that's why I wanted to start just a little bit early. I figured it was going to hit everybody. Oh, there
it is. Come on, Travis, get you some.
Ruby. There we go. Now then, all the confetti falls. There we go. Stop sharing. And so, man, really appreciate you coming up here tonight. Thanks for all the info. And we'll have to. I think we're going this weekend to play some disc golf, maybe.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm ready,
Excellent.
man. I'm ready to get back out there.
Hey, if you get down here close to Austin, hit me up. We'll go play some golf.
I've never been to Texas, but I will get there sometime.
Yep.
All right. There's a couple of courses close to me that are. One of them you better bring 2 bottles of water with you. I mean, you're talking, 6,000-7,000 foot hole. It's just, my goodness, it's rough. It's rough. It's a long course.
All right, that is 100.
Wow, Kathy Bates.
Wow, Kathy.
Yep. Thank you. It all goes to
Ruby. You got some entries on there.
That's
100. Kathy just stepped on in there.
That's 100 right there. Right there.
I've been on every 4 OG, son.
Yep. And so, I'll see you on Saturday and we'll do that. But we've got some guests coming in. I will say this. We have Tonight with Shoeman Fu. Next week, Shane Long from Storytime is going to be here. After that, Angie Mason, Fluid Art. I've
both
got
good
one.
people.
I don't know what to call him yet. He used to be on YouTube. He started a new channel again. I'll figure it out before then. After that, Joe Breda from Old Humble Distilling, Chatio, and RB will be here after that. So
Awesome.
The mayor will be here. So yeah, we've got lots of guests lined up over the coming weeks. But man, thanks for joining in, and I'm going to drop you down, and we're going to get to the everybody put me in gets a trophy of 5 entries. But
thanks for having me.
Been awesome meeting you, brother.
All right, talk to you later, man.
All right, man.
All right, so now we're going to start put me in, and of course, when I do this, I have to really focus on the chat and write down all these names.
I would say put me in, but I can't. So, oh well.
Oh, you can. Watch this.
Groovy's in.
Yeah, Mr. Greatshot. Here we go. I got you.
There's OG-san and JV. Nope.
Groovy.
JV's not in. Steam
Oh,
Fire and
OG-san.
Ice is, though.
Oh, I thought. See, I was writing down what you were saying, man.
I'm sorry. Newfoundland English family is in. Funky Uncle John, he's in there. Jim Lakari. And there's Kitty 303. She's in. Of course, Big Daddy H is in. And Mike Carrier's put me in, coach. Kathy Bates, she said put me in too. Man, you got some good people coming up.
All right, I got to scroll back up. Newfoundlander Ingalls family. Let me do this. And
I'm looking forward to some of these streams coming up now.
Yeah,
you got
OG-san got
people.
in there.
Oh yeah, OG-san's in.
Oh yeah. All you have to do is type the words "put me in," and I'll call these out. Oh, there's Fulton. I forgot. There we go, Fulton.
Yep, Fulton's in.
And I will call all these names out here in a minute, and then we will make sure we got everyone. But no, I think this is a new format, guys. We're going to be opening for 15 minutes. We'll have a guest for an hour, and then we'll do the put me ins. It's going to be at 8 o'clock every time. Everybody gets 5. So I'm not going to randomly do it anymore because I don't want to impede on the guest time. I want to have those 10-minute time blocks so we can hit those sections and get through. And then we still have 3 spins to go, and the last one's worth 20. So this is the part of the show where we kind of pep things up just a little bit and get on through them. But we'll give this a few more minutes. If once things die down and all the put me in stop, then when we go. So I'm going to go ahead and call these out. If I do not call your name, I do not have you written down. I have Mr. Greatshot, Groovy, Lava Squirrel Medic, OG-san's World, Steam Fire and Ice, Kitty 303, Big Daddy H, Kathy Bates, Newfoundlander Ingalls family, and Fulton Mraz. And you know what? Since Shoeman was here, I'm going to go ahead and give him an automatic entry. Shoeman Fu.
He just commented too. He just said, thanks for having me on, Jody. Anyone that's interested in having their dress shoes refinished, let him know.
Yep. Hey, and if you are, and I know we don't have his contact information ready, send it to Bourbon Bounty 2019, and I will relay the message. It's Bourbon Bounty 2019 at gmail.com, and I will relay the message. I do have you in, Mike, I think. Did I? No, I did not.
Nope.
Oh, goodness. Nope. Mike Carrier. All right, there we go. All right, I got it now. I've got it now. I thought I had him down. Yeah, because
he hadn't commented yet.
Coach Boy, for some reason, I just.
Oh yeah, he did. He did say put me in, coach.
Woo! And I thought I wrote it down. Man, I was trying to write this stuff. This is why I keep going through it and say, make sure I get everybody.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, Lori is there.
Shiva B said, yeah, Lori said put me in.
All right, we got that.
All right, then. 1, 2, 3. I think we got just about everybody.
We got 12 and 14 on the eyeball, but that's fine.
Okay.
You know, we're
Well,
down to 13
I'm
now.
one, so yep. There's
So
one
yeah,
person maybe
hey,
that hadn't said
I
it.
think we're caught up. I think we're caught up. So let me go ahead and get the wheel going, and if another one comes in, I'll write it down. But let me get this next hashtag going because we still have 3 to do.
All right, then.
Thursday giveaway. Aha.
You're in, Sheba V.
I
Lord.
know this is Cook, but I like to call it Kook.
I can't believe Florsheim is
Oh
not one of
yeah, I forgot. I
the
gotta put
brands.
this.
I mean, that's one of the only few that I had.
And now the hashtag is Stefan Cook. Kooky.
Stefan Cook. Never heard of him.
Me either. We don't have our shoe man here anymore. He
Yeah.
could probably be like, oh no, that's this over here, something
Yeah,
another.
pull him back up. You ever heard of this one?
Oh,
I
he's in
never
the
heard
chat.
of him.
He can type something.
Okay. I've never heard of Stefan Cook.
Me either.
Yeah, he might be an all right brand. Who knows?
This next
Yeah.
one coming up though is a
Then again,
GQ special. I'm telling you already before you see what number 2 is, it's a because I got this list off of GQ,
Okay.
so you can't expect,
Oh well.
you know. I'm
Yeah.
gonna grab a
Do I
beer.
look like a GQ kind of guy?
Oh my goodness. Oh
You
man,
don't.
I just remembered too. Not that I'm sad about it. I have a dentist appointment in the morning, and it's just a routine little cleaning. It's not going to
Oh,
be anything, but
okay.
I just don't like laying back with my mouth gaped open. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Everybody hates a dentist. Everybody.
Yeah,
I don't,
just something about how vulnerable you are. I guess a vasectomy would be the only.
a vasectomy. Why would I need that? I'm 50 some odd.
Yeah, don't need that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just don't mess around with one end or the other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I don't like. I went to have my hearing checked and all,
Mm.
and he's like, "Yeah, you got a little stuff in here. I'm gonna dig around." I hate that shit too.
Mm.
Because it's like, yeah, I mean, you can hear it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't like people sticking stuff in my ears.
Candy.
I don't like laying back with my mouth wide open.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Nope,
Nothing.
nope. We don't have to comment. We don't have to comment.
Nope, no comment.
I forget what alarms I set on this, but yeah. Well, what it is, you know, after a while, it gets to you. And what
Yeah.
I hate more than anything is when the dentist gets you all laid back and they're all like looking up in there. So, how's your week been?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, what are you
Yeah.
supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly. You know, with your mouth wide open, you go,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I've been working on a skid steer for the last 4 days for 10 hours a day, but you know, you get a discount.
All right, we're trying to
Hey,
keep
yo,
this
a discount is always helpful. Told you, son. Discounts are always helpful.
Yeah. Now that's yeah. But luckily this is just a little cleaning, so I always like it because they start well, at first they come in and they have you lay back and then they do the little check, you know.
Mm.
The 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, you know, that type of stuff with the little pick.
Yep.
And someone's writing it all down and or typing it in or whatever. And then they're like, okay, everything's looking good. We're going. Then the person comes in to clean and they take the little water pick thing and
Mm. Like,
And then
why have you been eating Oreos?
yeah, they can't tell what I've been eating. I can tell you that. That's the best. I brush my teeth before I go into the dentist.
Well, I try to as well. Do the old the little toothpick thingies. What do you call
Oh
those? The
yeah.
little, you know, try to get all in between and this, that, and the other and stuff. And I'm like, oh well, okay. Well, we see this, that, and the other. I'm like,
Well,
well,
good for you. You
it
know.
is what it is.
But as long as I mean, they're like I think the last time I went, they said that may be a little spot we need to watch for, but it's nothing yet. It's like talking about like a tiny, tiny little cavity,
Hmm.
like a pit in your tooth. And
Yeah.
then you're like, oh great, another one of them, that
Yeah.
eventually down the road gets to where, yeah, we need to drill in there and do this. Oh, frick.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've been through that numerous times.
But luckily last time I went, they didn't say anything about that at all.
Well, that's good.
So everything looked good. So I was happy. And yeah, so this is a follow up.
Me, they're like, damn, your genetics must suck.
All I had, all I had was a filling, was cracked, not the tooth, but the filling itself,
Oh,
old
okay.
filling.
Yep.
And I had waited. Well, I didn't know it was cracked,
Yep.
and then it started like a little sensitivity. So I go
Hmm.
in to have it checked out, and I go in, and they look, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to have to do a crown now."
Dang.
So yeah, they put a
What?
crown on. But you know what?
That.
I kind of like the crown better.
Yeah.
It's smooth. It's slicky. It's like,
Oh, okay. I got you.
and when they did the crown, I used to have trouble on this, like between where the crown is and the very back tooth
Hmm.
was tight with the floss, and now it's easy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, she got it seated on there just right, and I was like, cool. I mean, this is actually a plus. I mean, I hated going through it all, but
Of course.
yeah.
Because they're going there again. It goes back to the old. I hate going to the dentist. Everybody does.
Oh
You
man.
know.
Well, I'll tell you what happened with my crown. Let me go ahead and spin this right quick and get the next one set up, and I'll tell you about the crown.
All right. Spin it
Because
up.
they put a temp crown on, and
Oh yeah.
that
And they
sucks.
suck. They always suck. They
All
never
right, well,
last for shit.
now good luck, everybody. Here we go, and then we'll get the number 2 one, and the last one's always worth 20. So here we go. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Mike Carrier.
Mike
Okay.
Carrier again.
All right.
Holy crap! This is
Now, wait a
so
minute.
rigged.
I'm going to draw again because that was Mike. But he did get it. He did get it. And here we go with Funky Uncle John. There
Funky
we go.
Uncle John. Way to go.
All right. This is how people get entries built up here now. All right. Now, let me go ahead and stop sharing, and I will get the next one set up right quick, and then I'll tell you about that temp crown. Because
All right, Ken.
that really sucked. It really, really
Yep.
sucked. I'm a
Yep,
guy who
Mike,
likes
you're
to
right.
eat.
It's definitely rigged. This is some total BS.
Not rigged by me. You can blame StreamYard. This was what I was
StreamYards.
saying. This was a total GQ moment right here.
Ralph Lauren?
Yeah.
Really?
Their shoes are like $1,400. Well, the ones that they showcased on there, and they're not worth it. Anyway. But hey, I don't make these top 10 lists. I just write them down. So,
All right, 10.
but when they put the temp crown on, I'm a guy who likes to eat. I really enjoy
Mhm.
food. And the
Well,
crown seated, but it was rough on the inside, and there was a
Mhm.
gap between my gums and the crown, like just a little bit. Oh, it
yeah.
tore the side of my tongue up,
Oh, dang.
and oh man, it was so sore, and you can't really tell at first until it's too late.
Yep.
And I had to use the
Yeah.
the orthodontic wax that you
Mhm.
put on braces, and I had to
Yep.
have to shove it in there. But then
Yeah.
when I went to eat, it would just come out.
Oh, dang.
So I had to like try to eat over here on this side only, and you can't
Yeah,
do it.
it just didn't work.
Uh-uh. I had
Try to get
a
everything on the other
I
side.
had a hell of a lot of soup for 2 weeks because they send off for the permanent crown,
Mm,
and it took 2 weeks. I had to deal with that,
wow,
and
that's so annoying.
I went through a pack and a half of that ortho wax
Wow,
because it took a
dang,
lot of it. Because like on your braces, you just I don't know. I never had metal braces. I went to
I
Invisalign
did.
but you just take a little ball and put on the end of the little like if a wire is poking you or
Mm,
something. It's just a little bit, but I had to fill a damn crevice.
yeah. No, I had braces back in the day. Oh man, you talk about getting smacked in the face with like a basketball or something like that,
Hmm.
and all you know now all my lips bleeding and everything else.
Oh yeah, I
Oh
didn't
my
have
goodness.
braces until I was in my early 40s.
Oh, I had
Things
it
started
way
getting a
back in the
little
day.
wonky.
They've come a long way now
Hmm.
since when I had braces. They've come quite a long ways. Now they have the Invisalign sort of things that you
Yeah,
can
that's
just
what
put
I
in your
had.
mouth, and
Yep.
yeah, that's a whole lot better than braces.
Well, yeah,
Because
but it also cost me $10,000. Uh,
wow, okay,
yeah, braces. It's over double the cost
yep,
of braces. Well, it was then, 12 years ago
yep,
or whatever.
yeah. Me, it was back in the shoot 80s
Hmm.
when I had braces. But having the braces, screwed to your teeth and everything else.
Right.
When they finally got all that crap off, they wind up grinding my teeth down and messing with that. So it didn't help. I mean,
Right.
it did as far as putting teeth where they're supposed to be, but having the good teeth in the long run, it didn't help that much.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy. I mean, you don't. My thing is, only thing is, I don't care if I have perfect teeth.
Yeah,
I just don't want them to be a distraction.
yeah. There you
You
go.
know, it's like I don't mind if I'm not fit. I just don't want people seeing me going, "Holy shit, look at that fat." I just
Yeah.
that's my thing is
Hmm.
dealing with business and being an executive and doing all stuff. You just don't want a distraction. You
Yep.
know.
Yeah. It's not like you're smiling. They think, oh, well, that guy looks like the lead singer for Queen.
No, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Well, no, and I also don't need them to go, "Wow, that guy looks like he should be on the cover of a magazine," which I never would anyway. But
Yeah.
I don't want that either. Yeah, I just want middle of the road. I'm just a plain guy. Just no
There you go.
distractions. I don't need to stand out. I don't need to
Yep.
do the Ross on Friends teeth whitening that glow in the dark or anything. Just
Yeah.
just no distractions. And that's all I was really ever looking for
Hmm.
on
And
that.
I
Well,
can
we're
agree
at
with that.
8:18. I am going to go ahead and share this out so that we can
Yep.
get the last one going. And good luck, everybody. And this is
Exactly,
still for
Mike.
10. This is still for 10. Good luck, everybody, except for Mike Carey. No, good luck,
Yeah. Except for
Mike
Mike
Carey.
Courier. He don't need to win again. Not that
Hey,
guy.
hey, some weeks you can get a bunch, and then he may go dry for a while. Jimmy
Oh, Jimmy,
Lasari.
that's twice for him.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people do this and hit big in
Yeah,
in
Jimmy's
one
got.
week and not hit again for 4 or 5 weeks.
That's twice for Jimmy there.
Yeah, we are
Now the
getting
next
there.
one's for 20, right?
This last one is for 20. There's two
Whoa.
B's in this.
Two B's.
Yeah, you'll see.
All right, then.
I just want
So
to make sure
the
that
the only
everybody knows.
brand that I know is not going to be a John Lobb. Never heard of him.
I brought this up before the show started, and I told him what the number one was, and he said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, they're out of here." I don't remember what he said because it was between 6:30 and 6:45 when we were up here
Oh,
before the show started.
Come on, Fu Manchu, tell us what about these John Lobb.
I think he probably fell off the radar.
Oh,
But
well,
this
dang.
one is worth 20. So,
All right, then.
but we'll
Y'all
let
come
this
on. Get you some.
run down there to 825, and then we'll spin this, and then it's going to be wrapping things up. But yeah, man, we've got a good lineup. If you missed it earlier, yeah, that was that spin. We've got Shane Long from Storytime is going to be here next week. So make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
you tune in for that. We're going to be talking about the twins. He has two bourbons that were aged 6 feet apart, same mash bill, everything, and they're different from each
Mm-hmm.
other.
Well, it's different barrels.
Different barrels.
There you
And
go.
he released those as a community awareness thing that how much effect the wood has, the barrel has on the bourbon. And now I ranked them the same on my scale when I was doing the
Mm-hmm.
review.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're close. They're the same quality, but there are some distinct differences between them.
What in the nose or the palate?
A little of both, but mostly
Okay.
on the palate.
Okay.
Mostly
I can
on the
see that.
palate. Yeah.
You know,
Oh, they're out of England. John Law makes shoes for prime ministers, other heads of state, and Frank Sinatra. Okay, absolutely
wow.
number one. All right.
Okay.
He is still here. Cool.
Excellent. Okay. Hey, Gawani, how you doing?
So if you want to spend thousands of dollars on a pair of shoes just so you can act like you're a prime minister of England, you go right on
There you
ahead.
go. I feel special, damn it.
Yes, sir. But yeah, no, we've got yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. I mean, all of these are going to be good. I'm not going
Oh
to
yeah.
slight any of our guests ever coming up here.
No,
Um,
you got some really good guests coming up, and I'm looking forward to it for sure.
yeah, me too. But yeah, Shane Long next week, so that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, he's a
Lord,
super nice guy.
oh yeah, he is Lord Schlong. Is what-
Yeah, Lord Sloan.
uh,
Now,
yeah, oh
he's
yeah.
Canadian, isn't he? Or am I confusing him with somebody else?
I don't know. We'll get into it next week. We'll see.
Okay.
Mm. I know where he is. He's in South Carolina, right over here.
Oh, okay. Well then, I, I'm probably wrong then.
Maybe.
Mm.
But I have some people that were wanting to come up, and I would message them and everything. And I'm like, hey, I need to hear from you. And then I wouldn't hear back. And now, I mean, by the time they get back to me, I'm like, well, I have like January or February of next year. I mean, because I'm
Oh,
booked out.
dang.
I mean, that's the way it's going to go. Because
Oh,
I'm going to keep going at it and trying
yep.
to get people to come up.
Yep.
And I try to stagger things with but I want an interesting story. I want something, you know, either what's your hobby, something
Yep.
that we can get into. But I want to stagger it with bourbon industry people as well,
Oh yeah, for sure.
because that's what this channel is all about, is the bourbon. But no, I'm going to get with someone who does store picks for a particular liquor store, and I've already sort of half made contact. But I tried to call the other day, and I just get so busy at work, I didn't call back. But when I called, he just happened to be at lunch right then, and they're like, call back in about 40 minutes or so. Okay, and I forgot, or I got busy, and I didn't call back, but I will.
Yeah.
And but actually, the guy I'm talking about, what's up, Phil?
Phil, hey
Uh,
buddy.
But what this guy here I want to do a documentary film with as well,
Awesome.
because he does a lot of store picks
Excellent.
and travels,
Hey,
goes to Kentucky, goes to other distilleries and all that. And I want to get a documentary on that side of life.
yeah, that'd be cool. People that do store picks and stuff, we have to trust their palate, you know, to be able to
Oh,
go,
but
okay, I'm going to buy that guy's
yeah,
store pick. or that store's store pick.
Yeah,
You know
because some of them may not have people this good. I mean, and I know
exactly.
this guy's good because I tried his bourbons that he
Yep.
store
There you
picked,
go.
and I'm like,
Exactly.
yeah, this is spot on. So not all store picks are the same.
Oh no, for
I
sure.
mean,
They're definitely not.
because you can go in and pick the worst thing on that they have
Yep.
and call it a store pick. You picked it, you
Well,
know.
there's a store right by me that has a old elk store pick, and I'm like, I don't know if I really trust this guy's palate.
But
So
this guy you can, and it'll all come out, when I can bring him up here. But let me go ahead and share this before we get too late. This is for 20 entries on the wheel. This is
oh
the
no, here
last
we
spin
go.
of the night.
Spin it up.
So here we go. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, let's see who it is this
And round and
time.
round she goes. Ooh.
Come on,
Kitty
Kitty.
303. See there, Kitty didn't
There it
win
is. She
all
got
night long
20.
and
She
got the
been here since the
20.
beginning.
She has. She's entered every one of them. But that's the one you want to win right there.
There you go. She got 20.
20. Congratulations, Kitty 303. And
Two thumbs up.
yeah, Mike Carrier got 40 tonight.
Yep.
Just looking down there because on the first one I'll put numbers on if they keep winning. And that one plus the other one is 40. 40 on the wheel alone. And then
Wow,
another
that's awesome.
5 down there. But let's not forget, Kathy got 100.
Yep. Got to sneak in there with a super chat.
Yeah, that's
Well, not
right.
super chat, but same sort of thing.
Yeah. But hey, guys, I hope y'all are enjoying the new format, and we're going to try to keep this up. And Mark and I are going to get together as we progress. We'll get better and better at this. And you and I will probably get together sometimes over the weekend or something, have a little chat about things, to discuss the flow. And we'll get better and better. And of course, when I travel, I'm going to do shows on the road, like I did with Jimmy in Arkansas when we did that one, and those are always fun. So, yeah, I mean, any last things to say? We got a couple of minutes left here.
No, I'm just I'm looking forward to when you come down here and can sling a few discs with me.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. And what's going to be a problem for me when I come is my disc golf basket takes up a lot of room in my trunk.
Don't bring no disc golf basket. I've got plenty.
I'm not basket, but my cart to drag around.
Your cart, you
I
don't
have
need
a
but
cart.
bring like 3 or 4 discs.
I'll bring my backpack, but I'm not
Uh,
going to bring my Zuka cart.
There you go. Don't do that. Don't bring
I
don't bring the
can't
Zuka.
because I'm going to be bringing lights. I'm going to be bringing tripod bags. I'm going to be bringing, and it fills my car.
Yeah.
And
Don't
so,
bring all that. All the disc golf stuff. Don't worry about it. I've got plenty of discs.
yeah, I
And
may just pack my lightweight carry disc golf.
there you go. 10
I have
discs
a
is all you need.
small zipper disc golf one, and I may just take my like top 10 favorite disc and put in there.
There you go. That's all you
And just
need.
bring that. But
Bring that.
my bag is full of stuff, man. I mean, and I use all those discs from time to time.
I've got discs from 2000. Don't worry about bringing no disc. I've got gobs.
All right, Fulton,
So
I'll check my email here in a little bit. But yeah, no, I mean, and I'm an Innova guy when it comes to discs. So,
oh yeah,
because I know their numbers and I know how the spin, fade, and all that work. And I trust their numbers because I've thrown dynamic discs and latitude 64s and all that. I thought, oh, well, this is a 12 speed, so I'll throw it a certain way. That's not a 12. It's more like a 9 on the Innova scale.
Exactly.
And it would just woo to the right. And I'm like, all right, crap.
Yep. Yeah. I've still got to remember some of mine, because I've been playing discs from. I still got discs from 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What got me was I used to play in Texas, and then I sold everything. So
Oh,
I've
dang.
rebuilt it here.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of guys out there smoking marijuana, which I don't care. That's
Hey.
not like, it's not like I'm a cool guy. I'll hang out with you.
Yep.
That wasn't me. But they were paranoid about me because I didn't smoke.
No, I don't care.
So I'm like, dude, I'm cool with it, man. I'm ex-military. Whatever, you know.
Yep. There you go. If you want to smoke, go for it.
But
You
they
know?
didn't want to. Yeah, they didn't want me to be on their little card and all that. But guys, it's been real. It's been fun, and it's been real fun. And we're going to go ahead and sign off. So hope y'all enjoyed it, and see you next week.